What's up, everybody? Welcome back to our channel. I'm Bill. This is Ben.
Hey guys.
We're going to continue our journey decorating our home, and we're going to be doing our family room today. We already, if you checked out our previous videos, we showed you the living room, dining room, and now we've moved into the
family room.
So we're going to walk you through kind of what we're thinking, and we're going to start with our inspiration and how we landed where we landed. And if you get a chance, you might want to go back. I can't remember the exact video where we talked about the differences in our style and our decorating and how we were merging. What I'll do is I'll tell you what, I'll put the link down in the text, and you can go back and hear how we contrast our styles and the different ways we were coming from and how we landed where we are today. But we're in the family room today. And when we started out in the model, it was a couple things that we liked about the model, and it was a couple things that we didn't. Of course, you know, if you look at the empty house tour, we love the ceiling, and we love the idea of the bay windows that they had. And as you see here, we actually have the windows here, where you have this bay area here, and it kind of wraps around. But the difference between our home and the model home was that we didn't care for the fireplace was one that we didn't care for, and also over the fireplace was the brick that they had up, and then they had the TV on the wall. Well,
I think the TV was on this wall, right?
Yeah, it was on. So actually, let me just point it out. This window was gone in the model home, and it was a fireplace. The TV was placed on the wall here, and it was brick that went up around the behind. Actually, it was behind the TV. Well, of course, us deciding that we wanted this window because we wanted to stick with the idea that everything felt light in the room. We wanted to keep everything kind of airy in the room. And if you notice, we don't have curtains on these windows. We just have blinds on the windows. But the brick or the stone that was behind the TV, and for us it felt more weighty, and it felt like the TV, it just took away from the room. So we told them that we opted out for the window, which we'll do. We'll show you the windows. We'll let the blinds up. So the other thing we wanted to stay away from it with this wall of windows was we wanted to stay away from putting any window treatment up, because we wanted it just to be like when the light comes up and when the sun comes up in the morning, and also whenever we're entertaining and it's during the daytime, you can just look out the windows. There's nothing blocking the windows, and it's nothing that brings, again, weight into the room in terms of colors and curtains and or drapes or anything like that. But the one thing that this one little change made for us is that the TV, we didn't want the focal point for our TV to be on this wall versus this wall, because we wanted no matter where you are in the house or down here when we're entertaining, you could just look this way and see TV. And if you notice, you probably can see it on the camera. We have an L sofa, and really the sofa's faced this way to put emphasis on us watching TV, as well as facing, if someone's sitting there, they can see the TV, but they could also have the view of the windows too. So that was our initial thought, right?
Yeah. So I think because we used the model home as our inspiration, I think when you walk into the model home, the sectional was actually shifted that way because the TV was on this wall. So, you know, for those of you who are decorating or thinking about how to decorate your room, when we walked into here when we first moved in, it seemed so, you know, huge and open.
Right.
When we were trying to find or started to think about how we're going to decorate this, like Bill said, to keep it light and airy. And I think we knew right off the get-go that we wanted to get a sectional, and we wanted exactly to face that way. So I think, you know, like Bill said, we were able to keep hair light with the shades, and so we actually put the shades. We bought the shades. I think we got them from
Home Depot.
From Home Depot.
Mm-hmm.
So we just went. Bill picked up the shades, and they're motorized shades.
Yeah, let me tell y'all something about the shades though. They're motorized, but when we purchase these, I don't even know if they're available. If they are, we'll put a link down in the comments. So you buy the blind by itself, and then you buy the motor to go with it. And they're a little challenging sometimes because when you hit the remote, sometimes all of them don't come up together. Sometimes all of them will come up except for one. And then we had this one in the middle that we don't even know what happened to it. And I don't even know if they're available still, so I don't know if it's going to be easy to replace it or repair it. So what I did, I just took the motor out of it for now so that we can just manually put it up and down. And the other ones are still motorized. But we have a motor, we have a blind we put on our storm door, on the sliding glass door, that we actually like better. So it's a good chance that we're probably going to replace these blinds with the type that we have over the storm door. And the other thing, people will worry about the noise, like they hit a little motor. That doesn't bother us. It's just a lot of windows. So we ended up putting these blinds on all of the windows down here. But if you decide to get them, you can get them without the motors, and you can just push them up and down like that. Or you can get it with the motor, where you would just get remote control.
Yeah, there are just too many windows to be pulling them up and down.
Yeah.
I like the idea that you're just pressing the remote.
In my opinion, they're budget friendly, and they just don't take anything away from the room because they're wide. But back to the sofa. So in the model home, they had a sofa that was an L-shaped sofa, the end table on each end. And we were trying to keep scale so that we could do these two chairs, because in the model home, they had these two chairs. Bev didn't know about the ottomans, and she wasn't really feeling them.
Let me tell you. So, like we were saying, so, you know, we're thinking about what we're going to put in here. And we knew right off the bat that we wanted to get a sectional. So we went shopping for the sectional. You know, it was quality leather, and we know
because it was Italian,
and how it was
yeah,
built.
Italian leather. So we wanted to stick with BOVA because the price was nominal.
It wasn't that much.
It wasn't too much off the scale, yeah.
So we decided to go with this, and so actually Bill is the one that was like, he liked this, and he asked me what I thought, and I was like, yeah, great. And then he had me to swap and told me to pick a color. So we went with the gray. So we picked the gray, and then we also went with these two end chairs. So if you move, you want to move this, babe? If you move this is what the little end chair looks like. And I think they come in two different styles, right, baby? I think it comes like this.
And it comes on a swivel too.
A swivel. But we didn't want a swivel because we have little people that come over and they will be swiveling and swiveling. So we're like, we prefer them to stay exactly how we put them. So we got this, and then I heard Bill talking to the sales lady and telling that he wants the footstool. I'm like, footstool? We don't need any footstool, because they didn't have them in the store. And I couldn't envision exactly what the footstool looks like. You could like them, and I was like, I'm not sure, because I didn't want to put a lot of pieces of furniture in here. But I think these are really sleek looking. I think when you put it up.
Yeah, so my thing was, it's a family room, right? So I'm thinking, when we have family over, it's a possibility that they're gonna sit in these chairs and they won't be able to really relax because it's a low back, but then their feet wouldn't be up. So I was thinking that, man, maybe we need to get the ottomans because you could put your foot up. And then the other thing that was funny, I thought we needed these tables because if we had company, and we were sitting in here watching a movie or something or hanging out, I didn't want people, if they had something to drink, to not have a place to put their drink, and Belly was like, no.
Well, the thing is, again, we had already just purchased the two
these tables.
We have these two tables. I'm like, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? Fill the family room up with tables because we already got these two tables. We have a sofa table over there.
Yeah, so what's not in the shot is the sofa table.
I wasn't envisioning it, but you know what? I think it comes in so handy because sometimes we're sitting here and eating and we bring it over.
Yeah, these tables double. Because this table you're not moving around. This table you can take this plant, sit it here, and you can bring this table over here and actually sit it. Like here, you can have a plate on it, or you can put your drink on it, and you can watch TV, which we do a lot.
Yeah, so. we kind of move those around. So I think having these two tables close to here is really nice. You know, like Bill said, you're sitting there, you have something. I couldn't envision it, but I think it worked out really well. So when we moved in, this rug, like I said, was the intent was to put it into the one of the rooms, either the family room or the dining room, because I bought two, one in the living room, one dining room. But when we moved in, we hadn't seen it because it was delivered. We were still living in an apartment, so nothing. It was still rolled up and packed away, so we hadn't really seen it. So when we moved in, we kind of roll it out here to see what it looks like, and it ended up sitting here. I was like, oh,
so it's like the orange is in it,
the orange in it,
there's the gray in it, the white colors, and then these chairs went well with it. And then it had all the colors of these three tables sitting in.
It matched perfectly. So we actually picked this up even before, because the thing in terms of shopping for a room when it's empty, you want it to feel homey. We want to put pieces in it where it still feel homey, but yet that you don't want it to be empty, right? But you don't want it to be heavy. So we were looking. So when we first saw this table, at least Bill saw this thing, he was like, this. I was like, these are oversized, because when they're in the store, they just look so big. But I think they fit perfect right here because it's a cluster. They're actually three tables.
They're three separate tables.
We just put them together.
We put them together. And actually, they sell them separate, individually.
And so I think it's perfect, and the color actually matched what we have going on in here. And of course, we went ahead and got the cushions because the grandbabies come up and they just want something to squeeze and hug and lay on. So we've got the gray.
And these were cool. These were cool, and actually I surprised Beverly with these. These are pillow covers off of Amazon. With the pillows in it that you would get on your comforter that you would put on your bed, the big square pillows that you put on your bed for your comforter set. So she came home and I actually had ordered these and put them on the chair. And she was like, "Oh, look at you!"
I know, because they match perfectly. Because it's like the gray is perfect and the orange is perfect in terms of what we got here in terms of putting the splash of orange. So I think that's all we're gonna put in this room. Like I said, we got the two end tables and the lamps that we have on here. We were looking for lamps for this table, and again, we saw these two little doohickey things. I don't even know, crisscross. I think they're really nice because on these end table, it has like the little silver medallion stopper. Really.
And she didn't like it. She didn't like it.
So I think this covers it perfectly. So I like that on there.
And she did the same thing over here. She put this little plant right on top of that.
Right on top of that, so you're not really seeing that little silver. These two plants, I think Sue brought it for us.
Yeah. A BOVA representative actually came. Sue. She actually came and visited our home. And actually bought those, so I'll bring it a little closer. She actually bought these for us. This is one, and this is another plant over here. And she hung out with us for a little while because she wanted to see her handiwork.
Man, you cannot kill these things because we forget to water them for weeks and weeks and weeks, and they still do well. And I water them, and they just continue to grow. So I think I like them. Anything that you don't have to spend a lot of time and effort on it. Now, let me tell you guys about this corner of the...
No, you don't want to go.
Let me tell you guys about this corner. But before I tell you about this corner, let me tell you. So when we first moved in, we were talking about having
Surround sound.
yeah. And Bill was like, well, he's gonna get us.
I was gonna get a sound bar, cause actually I have a full sound bar, but I had to tell you, I think this room is, I think the size of this room, and if I'm not right, I'll put the actual size. I think this room is 20, 24 or something like that. So this is not a small room, and the ceilings are 18 feet. So when we started talking about putting sound in here, we had the issue, our challenge is both of us like music. I like movies, and I'm just, I guess you could say in some regards I'm an audiophile. I really like stuff to sound as if you're in the concert, and I want to hear the whole, everything that's going on with the instruments and everything. So she really put me into this, she put the challenge out, y'all. She told me, you know, you all into sound, and you know, and you have a little company that you do sound and all this stuff, and so I don't want no rinky-dink stuff. So of course, it was on and cracking.
So I came home one day and there was a speaker sitting out all the way here. This thing was huge. This was huge. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'll pull back. I don't need all that stuff because the basement is still unfinished.
Right.
And we're not going to do it.
Yeah, we don't want to do a traditional theater.
We'll have a system probably similar to this or something similar downstairs, but not necessarily in a traditional theater room because we spend a lot of our times here in this room, so we really wanted to have sound that sounds good right here when we have visitors or anything. This is where we pretty much congregate, so we definitely wanted to have something nice here. And so I'm gonna let Bill tell you about all of this contraption that you got, because I know. So all I was doing, he's like, listen to this, and I'll be like, and then listen to this. I'm like, it sounds the same. No, you have to listen to this. It was like, oh no.
So the challenge that was on the floor is you have a large space, you have a high ceiling, you have company that comes, they'll be sitting all the way over there, they'll be sitting all the way over here in the kitchen and in the sunroom area or the morning room area, and everybody can see the TV, but the question becomes, can you actually hear the sound? And for me, it's not just about hearing, it's about experiencing the feeling. So it's about, you want to be able to basically look, visualize, you want to be able to listen, and then the question is, can you feel it? So I started out.
Wait, the feeling part. I'll be sitting, so before, I'll let you finish it, but I have to tell you the feeling part. I'm sitting in here watching me, and I could just feel the whole thing just shaking. I was like, I don't want to feel that much. I was like, take some of the feel away. Go ahead, baby.
So I started out with a subwoofer over here in the corner, and I put one right behind the chair. Feel the sub in the room over here, but also you can feel it vibrate the chairs. Well, it just didn't look right with a sub sitting over there, and also that sub was it will vibrate and kind of move around the floor. So I got in touch with actually I did some research, and then I got in touch with the people at SVS, and I talked to them. They told me based on the size of my room that I probably would do good with dual subs, and with that I tried your enclosed subs, and then you have your ported subs. Well, ported subs are huge, so I actually had some pictures of those, so I'll probably show y'all those pictures. So I bring those speakers in here, and it was hilarious watching Bev come down the steps, and she was like, oh my God. She would come down the steps and she would look right. And just be like,
we're not doing that.
And these speakers that I have here, they actually they deliver them on a crate. So you literally have to get $1 to bring them in the house. And I know that speaker inside, just the speaker itself weighs over 100 pounds. So the idea again was that we have decent sound, and also since we weren't going to have a dedicated theater room, we actually did. I took care to make sure that when we sit up here, and I have to tell you, they rumble. The subs actually rumble the room really well, and anybody, so far everybody who comes to sit and watch concerts and things like that, they actually really feel the experience. As it stands right now, we're really pleased with the selection that we made and how nothing's in the room that's overbearing. It doesn't take away from the room or make you feel like you're enclosed in. Because the whole idea, the thing that we were looking for, the thing that we were trying to achieve in here, is we want a likeness, but we also want our family to always feel like they can just come in and sit down.
We have to switch that up. But I think we're pretty happy. I hope you guys like what we're doing. If you have any suggestions, certainly send it our way. Like I said, this is a big open space, but we're trying to really make it cozy, but not overwhelming with a lot of pieces of furniture. I don't think we're gonna put anything else in here. I think we're good. Anything else you want to add?
No, just don't forget, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. We thank you for joining us out here and hanging out with us. And we see y'all next time out. Don't forget, stay blessed.